This is Renee Romeo of ReneeRomeo.com. You're joining me in my formal dining room today as I'm getting ready to set the table for Easter dinner. Now, I'm not going to be using your typical Easter decor like so, because we want this to be a more upscale version of what maybe we think Easter decorations are. So I'm going to offer you a lot of different choices for your space. If you've got a formal space too that you've been kind of struggling with, you know, how to actually go to the store and spot the right things to purchase, I'm going to give you all my tricks and tips to get the beautiful Easter table you've always wanted. And when I think about Easter colors, I think about pastels combined with crisp white. And that's exactly what I have here for a tablecloth. It's a crisp white, but it's open work. So we've got all kinds of holes in here so you can see the table underneath it, which really in this environment of earth tones, it kind of helps you create this tablescape that's going to combine, you know, what's going on in the atmosphere of the room with this table. So that's something else that you really should consider is how does it relate to the space that you're in. You're not just going to create this pastel wonderland and expect that it's going to look nice and rich if you're putting it into an earth tone room. So I'm unrolling this tablecloth, and I always keep my tablecloths on a nice cardboard roll. This is what you get at the fabric store, and this is really great for rolling these up and keeping them nice and crisp so you don't have to iron them every time you pull them out. And you'll see, it's a little bit too short, but I have a plan for that. Now, if you've watched me long enough, you know I usually complain about things being askew. But in this case, because the tablecloth is a little bit short, what I'm doing, you see, I've kind of turned it on its side. It's a rectangle, it's not a square. And what I'm doing is just lining up the points with the points of the table pad. So I know that this is on here properly. And it looks really nice because some of the brown is showing up underneath through that tablecloth, and it really does look nice and rich. Here's the glassware, china, and flatware that I'm using for today's project. Here's a rundown on the perfect table settings. So you've got your plate, your dinner fork, salad fork, knife, dessert spoon, soup spoon, we've got your wine glass, and then we've got a water glass here. Then comes the salad plate right on top, and then we've got our cute little bunny plates that we're going to set off to the left of the plate. And so that is your basic table setting. So we're going to build from here. Now I've also gone ahead and purchased some inexpensive Easter decor. So this is just fake grass, and it's plastic, and they're 12 by 12 squares. I know what some of you are thinking, that, you know, you prefer to use the real deal, but you know what? It's only one day, and you're only going to be looking at it for a few short hours. So if you purchase it this way, you can go ahead and use it year after year. I really think that that's a great way to handle any of these holidays where you're buying things that you can reuse over and over again. I've also purchased 2 sage green wreaths, and so I'm just placing these in between these little grass squares, and this is going to be the basis for the entire tablescape. I'm placing 2 green ginger jars in the center of each wreath, and you know what? These come out for every single holiday, and the reason why is because they're green. It's a neutral. They're not too tall. They're not going to interfere with someone seeing the partner across from them, and you know what? Most people put a giant centerpiece in the middle of their table and really don't compensate for that. So, you know, they're constantly peeking over the flower arrangement. This way, keep everything nice and low so that people can see one another and conversation flows freely. The flavor of the year is pearl covered eggs. You could pretty much find these everywhere. The thing is, I really wish I had egg cups to put them in, and I don't. So what I'm doing, I'm using my mercury glass votive holders, and I'm just going to go ahead and place them here and there. I have 6 of them. Now what this is going to do, it's going to add some visual texture, you know, in addition to all the greenery, as a contrast, and really make this look interesting to look at. So I have 3 elements that scream Easter: the metallic eggs, the bunny plates, and then this little one piece of statuary. Looks like a chocolate covered rabbit. He goes right in here nestled in all this greenery, and then I'm going to place the rest of the bag of eggs here and there, just kind of tucking it in the greenery. Now you all know how much I love napkin folds, so I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to do this without ironing, and then you can see the difference between the ironed version and the non-ironed version and make your own decision as to what method you'd like to use. The version on the left is ironed, and so the one I'm putting in on the right is not. So you can kind of see, it flops over a little bit, but you know what? It's almost as pretty. I mean, if you don't have time, go ahead and do this version. The addition of the gold and periwinkle blue glassware really pull this Easter theme together. And you know, they're not exact pastels, but if they were, I don't think that this tablescape would be quite as interesting. They complement the pastel colors, and they're not too dark, they're not too light, so they're just right. And the other thing that makes this a great statement is that I've incorporated all of these metallics. So I've got gold across the table, I have silver across the table, the gold bunny. You know, all of these items really make this table work together and really create a beautiful visual statement. So if you're looking around your dining room cabinets and trying to pull things together that might work together, you know, try to think of things like that. Either unite things through color or unite things through the metallics. And I think that that's really the best advice that I can give you as far as making a beautiful dynamic tablescape. If you'd like a more comprehensive video tutorial on how to master napkin folding, please visit my website at reneeromeo.com. There's a great video tutorial on there. It's a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this project, please comment below and let me know. If you have any questions, I'll answer them. And if you love this project, please like, subscribe, share, and follow with all your friends. I'd appreciate it, and I'll be able to bring you more of these projects in the future. This is Renee Romeo of reneeromeo.com. Happy Easter.